Let's listen to Chris Getz.
Listen very closely.
This has been unearthed and gathered. It's a conversation that started when our old buddy Sean Anderson, longtime hit and run producer.
And shout out to Sam Phelan, too, on this. The CHGO guys talking about Luisangel Acuna.
Yeah, because they were like, wait a minute, Chris Getz, did he just refer to Luisangel Acuna as a switch hitter? And then they were like, wait, did he do that again? Wait, did he do that again? Here are what, Tanny? Four different times in the offseason when the right-handed only Luisangel Acuna.
By all accounts, there is, like, because, sometimes, like, guys will say stuff, and, like, Rick used to joke all the time about the gold glove in Cuba. Like, we don't know. Like, yeah. I guess he won one there. But there's no record of Luisangel being a switch hitter.
There's not a single at-bat left-handed in the majors, the minors, or the Venezuelan leagues. Not one at-bat. Maybe he saw it in BP one time. I don't know. Here's Chris Getz talking about Luisangel Acuna 4 different times.
He's got a lot of potential. He can play all over the diamond. He's a strong defender, base runner, switch hitter. He can do a lot of different things to help you win.
Our evaluations on Acuna are very strong, for the reasons you stated. Very strong defensively, switch hitter.
Bring in a player that is young. He's a switch hitter.
This is a guy who's high contact ability, switch hitter.
Is that 4 or 5? That's 4 different times.
Different. Not like he got caught in a moment in one press conference and said it. This is 4 different times that he said it. Wow. And unless the audio is doctor, the general manager of the team doesn't know what one of the players that he traded for does for a living. I find that to be problematic.
You know what the Mets did in that trade?
Did they stand him next to Juan Soto, too, and then all of a sudden he became a great hitter?
They ate 100% of the $20 million salary that Luis Robert has.
That's great, but how does that keep Chris Getz from watching video?
In exchange, they gave the Mets whoever they wanted to give them. And they gave them Luisangel Acuna and Truman Pauly. Anybody trying to tell you that Luisangel Acuna is a major league ready talent who you should give some credence to, that is not being truthful with you. And I think Chris Getz knows it. No, Spiegs, we are not giving him that he doesn't care about this player. He's been asked about it 4 separate times and doesn't know what the guy does. That's not a really good establisher for you're the GM that's turning things around for the White Sox. It's bad.
I don't care if you like the guy as a pro talent or not. Yeah. You should at least know his profile. Yeah. You should at least know what side of the plate he hits from.
Yeah, that would be good. That would be good. You know what I'm flashing to right now is year 1 with Mac. I referred to Hyunjin Ryu as a righty, and he is not a righty. He is not a right-handed
Did you do
pitcher.
it 4 times?
No.
In 4 different settings?
Did you go to Cap's house and say it?
and here's a more important
GM
question.
Of a Major League Baseball
That's
team?
the question.
It's a good question.
Were you the GM that traded for that player?
I was not.
Okay.
I was not.
Then guess what? It's okay for you to make that mistake once. It's not okay for the general manager of the White Sox to make that mistake 4 times. It's not okay.
It really is not okay. It really is not okay.
I am not okay.
No, he's definitely not okay.
No, 4 different times. That's not a misspeak. That is a collection of repeated incorrect facts. That is troubling. Yeah, you ought to know. He just got it in his head. I just don't think.
This is the type of stuff.
But
that leads you to not believe.
He's not an important player.
That's irrelevant. It leads you to believe that this guy doesn't know what he's doing.
It's a tough look. It's a really tough look.
That's your rebuttal.
It's not much of a rebuttal.
It's not.
No. That is not okay. To not know what the guy is. I bet that trade was like, all right, what are you going to give me? Who? That? Huh? Who? Okay. All right, fine. But you should know, it's Ronald's little brother, man. It's Ronald's little brother, and now you've got him. He's part of your team.
Whoever his brother is, and if he was at the Bad Bunny concert, doesn't matter. You traded for him. There's video. Why do you keep repeating something that's not true?
Yeah. You say something wrong, you start to believe it yourself.
He's got a lot of potential. He can play all over the diamond. He's a strong defender, base runner, switch hitter. He can do a lot of different things to help you win.
Our evaluations on Acuna are very strong, for the reasons you stated. Very strong defensively, switch hitter.
Bring in a player that is young. He's a switch hitter.
This is a guy is high contact ability, switch hitter.
Not a
The
switch
thing
hitter.
is that part of what, and this is another thing that White Sox fans should be furious about. Part of what's going on there is he's trying to sell you on the player by telling you that he's a switch hitter.
Yeah, he's trying to sell you on a guy that, because they waited too long to trade Luis Robert. But you know what? Here's what they ended up doing, and it's hard for people to accept, and this is only going to make it harder. He did some creative things with the money that the Luis Robert trade opened up.
Does he know that he did those creative things?
He did, though. Went out and
Are the White Sox actually having to pay Luis Robert's salary?
No. He went out and got David Sandlin from the Red Sox along with the Jordan Hicks thing. With
Are
some
we
of that
sure?
money. Because
if he doesn't know what side of the plate the guy bats from, how do we know that he signed the right deal?
He picked up royalty in the bullpen, Sir Anthony Dominguez. He picked him up. He crowned him closer. I hereby bequeath the closer role to Sir.
He's got a great fastball. He's actual royalty. He comes in on stilts.
He's a switch pitcher.
Yeah, well, maybe. You don't want to call somebody that. Yeah, it's a tough look. That's a tough look. I got no rebuttal. There is none. That's unfortunate. It makes it more difficult to say that the White Sox know what they're doing.
I don't want to hear jack about these dudes.
It wasn't a salary dump, guys.
We don't know what he doesn't know what it is.
See, he would have been better off if he said, "Look, they ate $20 million of salary, and we'll see what happens with these guys." But Luisangel is going to play this year.
He doesn't have to do any of that.
I wonder what
all
the
he has to
splits
do is look at tape.
Can you look at the splits on Luisangel Acuna?
What was Chris Getz' job before he was general manager?
Farm director.
What do those guys usually do? They usually scout players and know what side of the plate they hit from.
Texter wants to know who's going to give Lawrence mouth to mouth when he has his heart attack. Alex, that's you. That's on your list, okay?
Mouth to mouth, you're not really, it's really more about the compression these days.
Well, yeah, mouth to mouth. Mouth to mouth is just a choice that Alex likes to make. That's all.
That's fine.
Look, Speaks is a great partner, a great host, switch hitter, certified in CPR.
That's right. I'll take care of it. Absolutely right.
Am I not supposed to be upset about the fact that the general manager traded for a guy and on 4 different occasions didn't know what the guy did while trying to sell to you what the guy does?
Don't worry, listeners. Lawrence will resurrect himself if he ever let himself pass away due to the White Sox. He will not let the White Sox take him out like
this. This is unbelievable incompetence. It's straight up incompetence. And there's no other, unless their plan somehow is like, well, we think he's a switch hitter, but he never even said that.
No, man. Let's be honest. It's clearly a guy doing a lot of public speaking who didn't know a lot about the dude and then said something that nobody called him on, and it became something he just always says. Became lore and something he always says.
But isn't that kind of telling in itself?
Yes.
Though?
Yes.
The guy only had 2,600 at bats as stateside.
Well, that no one else
nobody else caught it and said, "Hey, buddy, stop saying."
And I'm not blaming media, but it's just the level of apathy. I think that everyone
it does say. Let's be honest. Whenever I used to catch Matt Vasgersian or any of these guys making the same repeated mistake as play-by-play, I would always go to that level, Tanny, of is he not beloved? Does he not have good relationships with coworkers? Somebody's got to catch that and help him with that. Somebody should have caught this. That's for damn sure.
Yes, him. He's the general manager. He's the guy that traded for him. Mm-hmm. Everyone should be angry at this, not just me. I understand that people want things to be better just because they want them to be better. This is outrageously bad. And I appreciate the CHGO guys for following up on it. Sean and Sam, I appreciate them bringing it to our attention. That's terrible. Terrible.